Right, welcome to another video. It's been a long time. It's been almost a week now, and I've normally been doing 2 videos a day. Unfortunately, I'm back in my last term of uni, so things are really busy, and there's not much time to do more than 1 video a week. And besides that, I've been really ill, and I've been in hospital overnight in the last few days, so I haven't had any time to really do anything. But yeah, I'm trying to put this together quickly. I'm not going to do a massive commentary through the full thing because my voice simply can't take it. But yeah, I'm going to talk through on this map how I got the 100+ kill game with a Kar98K, obviously on Rotterdam, and I'm going to show you how to play this map to get the most kills and explain what you want to be doing basically. So straight into the game, you want to get straight to the middle of the map on the bridge. This is going to be your position of power for the entire game. People they might call you campers. If you're using a sniper or a long range weapon, you don't want to be running to D flag or B flag or E flag because it takes too long to run, and you ain't going to be winning one-on-one gunfights with a sniper or long range weapons, because all the people who are playing with shotguns and SMGs, the close range guns, who need to run around the map, are going to be on those flags, which you don't want to be at. So staying on the bridge in the middle allows you to see the entire enemy team moving past you. You get to take out all the enemies on the bridge, all of the trains, and all 3 lines of sight on the bridge, on the left, the middle, and the right. They're all linear lines of sight. You know exactly where their head is going to pop out when they peek around a corner, and you'll learn the heights at which their head will come around. Well, you know that you learn the heights at which where their head will be, so it becomes really easy to get kills with a sniper or a semi-auto rifle on the bridge. Everything's linear, it's shooting straight lines. And then if you look off to either side of the bridge, you can see all the enemies passing from either B flag to D flag or A flag to C flag, so from E flag to C flag and from A flag to C flag. And the only place in the map you want to go other than the bridge is obviously you want to be in the middle of the map, so you can be under the bridge if you need to hide from enemies that are constantly coming for you on top of the bridge. So you want to be basically in the middle of the map, on top of the bridge or under the bridge, and C flag, because C flag at the spawns for both teams is closest to C flag. And so if the game goes a bit quiet while you're on top of the bridge, likelihood is that most enemies are going to be on C flag. And that's where enemies are constantly going to be spawning and going to C flag, because where I'm aiming at there, that's their spawn. They've got to run just over that bridge and they're onto C flag. Same with A flag, they spawn, they run over the bridge, they're onto C flag. So C flag is the closest map to both spawn points, and therefore that's where you could potentially find the most amount of enemies to kill. So basically when you're on the bridge, you want to just pick off all the enemies going through the bridge to the middle, so you want to keep checking your sides. There is 1 or 2 fortifications you can build which can cover you while you're shooting off to the sides of the bridge. But yeah, essentially you just stay on the bridge. People might call you, like I said, people might call you campers, etc., but you're not going to be winning one gun fights. Go into the close ranged and close quarters flags that are on the map. As for the way I'm using the sniper, I've got the sensitivity really low and my FOV very low, which you can see in my settings video I created in the last few weeks if you want to see my settings. The aim assist is obviously on as well, so when enemies run across each other when you're aiming down your sights, it will drag your scope sometimes, and this can therefore be quite a nuisance. However, it's much better to just have it on, because long term you will get more kills with it, and even though it might be better to have off when sniping, it's just better to have it consistency with the settings across all guns and weapons you're using. You haven't got to keep changing it every 2 seconds, etc. So obviously I have low FOV and sensitivity, so when you're trying to track a moving target that's at a close range, you pretty much can't track them while they're running, so you need to aim out of your scope and then aim back in front of the enemy, which is not a problem. You will learn to get used to that if you do play on low sensitivity. But essentially the low sensitivity, what it really helps you with is once you get good at aiming in and you're within a very small radius, when you learn to aim in and you aim in within a very small circle around the enemy's head or even on their head already, the low sensitivity will mean that when you drag your right stick to drag the scope onto the head of the enemy, you can pretty much pull the right stick all the way to the right or to the left, all the way up or all the way down, and you know instantly that your sight is going to be on the enemy's head. Whereas if you have high sensitivity, you need to really learn just to tap the stick a little bit, and most of the time you're going to overdo it or underdo it. So as soon as you learn on low sensitivity to aim in within a small circle around the enemy's head, you'll pretty much be able to just drag shot enemies all the time. Furthermore, the low sensitivity means that when you are tracking enemies at medium to long range, the right stick you can pull all the way to the right or to the left, whichever way the enemy is running, and it will instantly be in the perfect place in front of the enemy, and you haven't got to worry about holding it a little bit or holding it more or less, basically. So you're tracking targets on low sensitivity becomes really, really easy. And the final thing I'm going to say before I end it here and let you guys watch the rest of the video is, as you'll see, something I've learned to do is every time, or most of the times when you snipe, learn to do a lean as soon as you aim in or while you're aiming in, because if you're going 1v1 with another sniper, the chances are they aren't an expert sniper, they're not playing as a sniper, and therefore they aren't going to be doing, if it is a sniper anyway, the chances are they're not an expert sniper, they're not going to do a lean like I am, or like you would if you learn from this tip, and it gives you that extra second to get the kill, rather than you trading kills or them killing you first. So you can aim in, you already know you're aimed in close to their head, then you do a lean, and while that enemy is just about to adjust to where your head is, you've moved your head again, and they now have to readjust, whereas you are literally, you've leaned and you've aimed onto their head. So always pretty much lean whenever you can, as well as obviously you're leaning around corners, so you're showing less of your body, and therefore you're less likely to take more bullets, more damage, and therefore have less deaths. So other than that, I'll leave you guys to watch the video. Of course, if you're going to play close range weapons, then you want to run around the map a bit more, but mainly stay around C flag, because that's where all the enemies are going to be constantly spawning and pouring in from. And it is okay to go to D flag sometimes as well, because they will be around D, E, and C, but in that area mostly. A flag's too open, and there's never really any enemies there, unless you're in a spawn trap, in which case you're not going to get a high kill game. So I'll try get another video out within the next week, probably the next specializations video. They haven't been doing too well, they've got really low impressions and view time, but I'm guessing people are just skipping to see what they are. But I have put explanations in there if people do want to see. So I'll get those 2 videos out within the next few weeks. So please be patient with any videos, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this. I'll put a little commentary on the end maybe when I'm about to get the 100 kills, and I'll see you on the next one.
This is an urgent request for a Thunderbug airstrike.
Okay, here we go. Fine work. Objective dog is ours. We are losing objective A.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty.